Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing work permits a little bit further and in the specific context of the U.S.-Thai Treaty of Amity. I've seen some speculation online throughout social media platforms and on the internet sort of generally, which has basically been pontificating the notion of the lack of need for a work permit on an Amity Treaty company. And the logic chain behind this seems to be based on the notion that Amity Treaty companies do not need a work permit because there apparently are certain new parts of the emergency decrees on managing of foreign workers in the kingdom that pertain to foreign-owned businesses in the kingdom, specifically things like representative offices. Apparently, there are some exemptions, although I'm still wrapping my head around it in a professional capacity as to where work permits are necessary and where they're not. But that being said, there is a line of logic which stipulates, based on regulatory drafts as they've come out, or regulatory changes, in fact, enactments as they've come out, that would stipulate that if a company is wholly foreign-owned or BOI certified or a representative office, there may be an exemption for the need to have a work permit at all. First things first, I think that may be in fact the case, but as of yet, I've yet to see them change the rules with immigration regarding visa extensions. And business visa extension applications currently require a work permit as part of the documentation in order to extend a classic B visa, if you will. There's certain B visas that may fall under BOI exemption, specifically things like the SMART visa, as created earlier this year, which may not require a work permit, although there's a work authorization component to that. That being said, as it pertains to Amity, I think the logic may be somewhat flawed. And the reason is, it would seem that foreign ownership is the issue with respect to the possible exemption for a work permit. With an Amity company, the Amity company is by definition under the provisions of the treaty given national treatment. So it's not actually even treated like a foreign company as I read the treaty. So a company that's been certified as an American company or an American-owned company in Thailand and that's been certified and gone through the process of certification, that company is to be given national treatment pursuant to Thai law, which means it's supposed to be treated like a Thai company. So where does that leave us? The logic behind this work permit exemption seems to be based on if it's a foreign-owned company. Well, I guess it is foreign-owned in one sense, but pursuant to the terms of the treaty itself, the legal fiction is created under the terms of the treaty that that company is given national treatment. So it's presumably, and the way I've always dealt with it, having dealt with Amity companies for some period of time, Thai law treated it as if it was just another Thai company. Again, it's a legal fiction, but it's a legal fiction created by the provisions of the treaty. So how that's going to play out remains to be seen. I wouldn't hold my breath just yet with respect to exemption from work permit rules simply because a company is Amity Treaty certified. But again, I could find out tomorrow after the taping of this video that I was in fact mistaken, or that there is in fact a change with respect to the law. As I read it, I think Thai Amity companies are treated just like Thai companies, and a Thai company in a similar set of circumstances has to get a work permit for those working within the company. That being said, there may be an exception made here. One final thing, and I didn't quite get to it in a point before, this exemption from work permits, in my opinion, just based on sort of the spirit of the law as I'm reading it, I think it's pretty much more meant for temporary stayers in the kingdom, those who are maybe a director that don't live full time in the kingdom, but they come in and maybe have to go to a meeting every once in a while or sign off on something for the company. Those folks may indeed, or may in fact, be exempted from the work permit requirements. But as stated previously, I haven't seen anything, at least processing visa extensions these past few weeks, that leads me to believe that there's any massive change with respect to work permit requirements on the horizon. So what does that mean? Well, that means work permits may not necessarily be required, But if one wants to go ahead and get a long-term visa for Thailand, aka a visa extension, it might still be required to go ahead and get a work permit. However, the finality on those rules remains to be seen, and if there is a change, or if I, in fact, need to be corrected, we'll do another video on this channel, and I'll update you accordingly.